Morning all. And finally, we take a breath. And on that note, good morning to everyone. But I will bring in the sheriff now, as he has something to say. It's becoming a big thing. This you first thing in the morning, mate. Go on, the sheriff. Give it to him, mate.
Right now, yes, we are safe. Yes, we are safe. Relief. I understand that. Everyone is relieved. Why, oh, why did I not hear one song in that stadium yesterday about the ownership? Why? I understand. It's relief. Everyone was having a party. But surely you must realise why we've been 17th 2 years running. Surely. I know. Did you hear any, mate? Because obviously
there was a big old banner in there with ENIC out on it, but there weren't any singing. They stayed behind at the end. I don't know what stand they was in. I couldn't really see. It was a big old yellow banner, really wide one, quite a big banner with a few people holding it up, but there weren't any ENIC out chants. Not that I heard.
To me, that's mysterious. Right, yes, I get it. The relief of staying up, because let's face it, we were all pooping our pants that we would get relegated. Yeah. Why are we down that position in the first place? This is what people got to look at. People are saying, yeah, it's the players, it's the managers. Who employs these people?
Upstairs.
Yeah, well, of course they do. Put it this way, right? Now, please, we've had 2 warnings now, 17th and 17th. Right, if they don't learn, next year we're going down. You can only dice with fire a few times, mate, before it burns you.
Yeah, I get it, man.
You know, the law of averages says you hang about down there long enough, you're going to get, you know, that it's going to come home to roost and you will be relegated. ENIC need to sort this. I nearly swore. They need to sort this out now. They need to sort this out now. Get Lange out, Vinay out, get proper football people in there, people that are going to take us forward.
Yeah. I get it, mate. I get it.
But come on, you Spurs, we stayed up.
There you go. That's the main thing.
That was the main thing, but I could not believe it, mate.
No, we have to listen. It's like Mark says, it's a big relief for everyone at the end of the day. It didn't make much difference to my sleep because I got about 2 hours if I was lucky. Up at bloody 10 to 6 this morning again. Just laying there in bed. I don't know what was going around in my head. Probably everything just trying to escape, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, we're safe. We're still in the Premier League. Like Mark says, things have got to change dramatically, very quickly as well. Do we believe that's going to happen? Don't know. Put a day out of it very much. You'll see the odd change. But they're not going to rip up the board because they only changed it whenever it was 18 months ago or a year ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So, you know, let's see, Mark. Let's see if, you know, De Zerbi did his presser after the game. He said, look, we've got 10 or 11 here that are okay to carry on next season. That don't say a lot for the other 20 odd, does it? Do you know what I mean?
What he said, mate. Honestly, my phone was dying, mate, because I had to watch the game on my phone.
Yeah. But he had his presser. He said there's 10 or 11 that he'd like to keep, but he needs a lot of new players in if the club wants to progress and get better. So
there you go.
That's where he is with it. He's come out and told them in a roundabout way without slandering the club, if you like. Pull your finger out. That is what he said. Pull your finger out, basically.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens.
I'll tell you, when we've done this show, mate, I'm gonna find it. It'll be on Sky.
Yeah, I watched it this morning.
Sky Clips things.
I watched it this morning. Yeah. So listen, we'll see what happens. Big win anyway yesterday, 1-0. Paulinho with the goal for Spurs yesterday. The saviour, if you like. I don't know what he's got, 7 or 8 goals this season now. goals as well. Yesterday's goal, the goal against Wolves, if you remember at the beginning of the season, 9th minute or 93rd minute, whatever it was, right at the end of the game. Listen, he hasn't been picked every week for whatever reason, but when he has played, apart from the odd time where he's been average at worst, sort of at a 6 out of 10, this geezer's 7 and 8 out of 10 every time he plays. Why we've not even got him signed yet, Mark, I've got no idea for next season. I really haven't. I don't know why they haven't dealt with it. And what bothers me is that when we're seeing deals like Paulinho at 25 million, you know, people say he's limited. Well, maybe he is to a certain degree, but for 25 million, where are you going to get a destroyer like that, Mark? I don't know.
Not for that sort of money.
You know, it's not like they're asking 60 million for him or something like that. They want 25 million and we're going in there trying to get him for 18 and 19 million. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't get it, Mark.
No. Someone else I got a shout out from yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Kinski.
Yeah.
What a save. What a save.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, tip that round the post, mate. Yeah, tip that round the post. You know what? Well, Everton didn't really look dangerous, but that would have been 1-1, and everyone in the stadium would have been pooping their pants.
Yeah, last 10 minutes it would have been. It would have been.
Because we knew then West Ham were already 3-0 up.
Yeah,
West Ham were 2 or 3-0 up by then.
Yeah,
and we all knew if Everton had scored that goal, then the last 10 minutes would have been unbearable. Even we was 1-0 up. I was in the pub shouting at my phone, blow the fucking whistle. End the game.
It was very nervy, to say the least. It was, and not for the fact that that Everton were any good as such. It's just that you never know what Tottenham are going to do. Do you know what I mean? Silly mistakes or whatever. But to be fair to them yesterday, Everton didn't do much. Kinski had that save to make at the end of the second half. But apart from that, it was pretty routine for him, to be fair. That he didn't have a lot going on.
I can't really remember Everton creating anything.
No.
We didn't create a great deal either, mind. Let's get that in there.
No. But yeah, we got over the line at the end of the day. That's the main thing. Should we say a few hellos quick, mate? And then we'll
do. The weather report is roasting.
Yeah, weather report. Don't forget that.
The weather report is absolutely roasting.
There you go. Roasting. I've got my jumper on in here, but just for comfort, really. I'm not cold. But all the heating's off now. And it's beautiful outside. It's going to be a very, very warm day. A very warm day.
It's going to be roasting, mate.
Yeah.
Right. First one in. Pete's in. Morning, mate.
Big up, Pete. Morning to you, mate.
From an extremely sunny Bournemouth.
There you go.
You can imagine. Bournemouth's lovely in the summer.
Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful place.
Beautiful. Flixie, big up to you, mate. Big up to you, Flix. Yeah, big up to you.
Well, put it this way, right? Just a caveat on this comment. I never, ever want to see us down there again. Ever. And if ENIC don't sort it out, we're going to be. There we go. Yeah, well, Flix has said it. I didn't see that, mate.
Yeah,
exactly, mate. ENIC, sort your crap out.
Yeah, sort it out. It's got to be sorted out, hasn't it, at the end of the day?
Get us up that league.
Can't carry on like this. It's
no.
We've got away with it again, like you said. Got away with it.
A club the size of ours flirting with relegation. It's disgraceful, mate. It's an absolute disgrace.
It's all balls, isn't it? But there you go. Steve's in.
Oh, shit.
Steve's
sorry,
in.
mate.
Yeah, he says ABC. Spurs remain in the Premier League. It wasn't as easy as 1, 2, 3. ABC. Spurs remain in the Premier League. Yeah.
Shamal.
Big up, Steve. Morning, Pagey. Hope you're well. Paige. Yeah. Hit that like button and subscribe, people. Hit that like button and subscribe. Colin's in. Big up, Colin. Morning to you, mate. The boys did it yesterday. Excellent. But it only papers over many, many cracks that need to be repaired and rectified. Come on, you Spurs. Big up, Colin. Thanks for that, mate. Wembers is in. Big up Wembers. Morning to you. I thought as a team we were pretty solid all the way through. We barely posed any attacking threat second half. Now the real battle begins against this evil board.
Quite right.
Absolutely, Wembers. Big up to you. It's the Kate Rixon cuddle time. I've
It
turned.
is.
Here we go, Kate. Oh, Kate, my arms are killing me. Morning, Kate. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. It's the Kate cuddle on the Monday morning bank holiday. Big up to you, Kate. Hope you're well. 23 degrees in Sheffield, and it's hot when she picked up the Daily Mail this morning.
Yeah,
there you go. I was all winding her up in the chat this morning. Someone, I bet she's gone to get the Racing Post, and then someone else put, no, she's gone and got the Daily Sport 100%.
Daily Sport. My God, yeah.
Big up, Kate. Morning to you.
We all remember that certain publication.
Oh, yeah. May the force be with you, says Lee.
Yes.
May the force be with you, Lee. Never forget, never forgive. ENIC out. And he keeps going. Flange out or we'll get relegated. Make no mistake, our problems are just starting if there is no change at the top. Then he says, only keep Paulinia, Kinski, Kudos, Zavi, VDV, Danzo, Spence, Porro, Benny, Gray, Adogi, Madders, and Kulaszewski.
I'm not sure he's ever going to play again.
Nor am I, to be honest.
Because he's pretty effed, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, we'll see over the summer. Big up, Rodders. Hope you're well. And then Lee says, loan out Bergvall, Gray, Moore, Tell, Odibert, bring in Lancashire and Berskovic. Who's Berskovic? Or has he spelt that wrong? Or am I thinking of someone else?
I don't
know. Big up to you, Lee. Stu's in this morning. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, like and subscribe. Absolutely, Stu. Big up, Lee. Hope you're well.
Big up, Lee.
Hope you're well this morning, mate. Drewler's in. Big up, Drewler. Hope you're well this morning, Drewler. Big up to you.
Big up, Drewler.
Mr. M's in. Wenger out. Come on, you Spurs.
Yes. Go on,
F. Sank's in. Big up, F. Sank. Hope you're well this morning. No, Mr. M. No, not that we've heard. To be quite honest with you, I'll be shocked if Vinay gets the sack. Yeah, because he's their man, he's their shield. Yeah.
He's the mouthpiece, isn't he?
Yeah, can't even be bothered to put anything in the club programme yesterday. What a joke that was, by the way, as well.
Did he not?
No message in the programme. Nothing.
What a tool.
Yeah, absolute tool. Absolute tool. All the people that pay their fucking money to go in that ground every other week, and the geezer can't even put a thank you message in the programme to the fans.
Even can you remember the days? Can you remember the days when you skirted the lane? Probably it would have been the old lane.
Yeah.
And there was just inside the front cover, there was like a message from the chairman, whoever it was, probably Scholar.
Yeah.
There was was it chairman's comment or something it was called?
Yeah. We had a lady in the chat yesterday. And when I thought about it, I thought, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, obviously she is right because of what she said. She said her great uncle, I think she said, was the chairman of Spurs back in the day. And when I saw the name come up, the surname was Rollinson or Rollinson. And I thought, I've seen that name on old programmes. Yes. Anyway, on the old programmes, when you go back and look back, a great uncle's name is on the programme.
He's one of the board of directors.
He was on the board of directors. There you go.
She said Daniel Levy. She's welcome in here.
She said he'd be turning in his grave.
Yeah, there you go.
That was what she said. She said if he could see what was going on at Tottenham now, he would be turning in his grave.
We've said that about a lot of people.
And this fella works with, he was one of the board members. He could have been the chairman. Forgive me if I haven't got it right. But he used to work with people like the great Bill Nick. Do you know what I mean?
Back in the 60s.
Back in the 50s and the 60s.
50s, 60s. Yeah,
and, listen, it is what it is at the end of the day. Let's hope that it does change, Mark. It's got to change, mate. It can't stay how it is. It just
That's
can't.
the first I've heard. That is the first I've heard that Vinay couldn't even put a thank you to the fans in the.
He's up in the director's box smiling yesterday like he won the lottery, the geezer. You know, Lang's sitting there like Kate says, the old wet lettuce, his old chin was on his between his tits. And then you got Vinay there with the dark glasses on, fucking shaking everyone's. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, and it's fantastic. We finished 17th again.
Yeah.
Nearly got bloody relegated. Fool.
Yeah.
One absolute tool.
Absolute tool. My favourite word of the moment is, Mark, not tool, it's weapon.
A weapon. I'll try and remember that, mate.
There you go. He's an absolute weapon.
Yes, of
There
the
you
highest
go.
order.
There you go. Jimmy's in. Big up, Jimmy.
Big up,
Hope
Jim.
you're well. Hope you're well, Jimmy. Big up to you this morning. It is very warm this morning. Rudolph says he's allowing us now. We can talk about other things, but survival. CEO and DOF must go. Mawani must be sent back. Paulinia must be signed. Regrettably, Nephew 19 was relegated with West Ham United, so mixed feelings for me. Big up to you, Rudolph.
Yeah, big up, Rudolph.
Sorry to hear that about your nephew. Listen, he's young.
Well, we're not, are we?
Well, listen. For his nephew, he's trying to get on.
Oh, yeah,
I'll get it.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your nephew, but I'm not sorry for West Ham.
No, I ain't sorry for no one else going down. But what I will say is, at least he's got time on his side, Rudolph, to get over it. And you know, if he stays with West Ham, hopefully bring them back up again, or help to bring them back up again, and go from there, mate. That's all I can say, Rudolph. And it is what it is, mate. Unfortunately, it could have been us. It could so easily have been us, Rudolph. But there you go.
Christmas, it was looking very much like it was going to be us.
Yeah, there you go. Collins in, Boradar boys. I never had any worries we would stay up. You're all a lot of drama queens. F. Sank says, morning, Sheriff.
Big up.
There you go. Morning to you. Morning to you. Hayden's in. Oh, God, missed one. Marianne's in. Sorry, Marianne.
Original YouTube, man.
I was on the way. I was going past you then, Marianne. Sorry about that. Good morning to you. Hope you're well. And we did survive, Marianne. Just about we survived.
Thank God.
Hayden's in. Big up to you. Hope you're well. Genuinely feels like a weight off his shoulders. Same for F. Sank. Now get them charlatans out.
Yes.
Ronnie's in this morning. Big up to you, Ronnie. Hope you're well this morning. Claire, as usual. Claire Cowdray's in this morning. Big up to you, Claire.
Big up.
Hope you're well this morning as well. Ghosted's in. Big up, Ghosted. Daz is in. Big up to you.
Big up.
YouTube member Kev. Big up to you, Kev.
Big up, Kev.
Hope you're well this morning. Shem's in. Morning, gentlemen. Hope you're both well. Relief finally. This season is over. Now get those Muppets at the top out of our club. Absolutely. Where are we going? We Are Spurs TV. Someone actually walked up to an ENIC out banner and ripped it down after the match. Oh, now, I never saw that. We Are Spurs TV. Honestly, there are some absolute dickheads that follow our football club. They ain't got a Scooby, mate. They see a 1-0 win and everything's rosy. We're going to win the league next year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's
top four next year, mate.
It's amazing. I put that in Nigel's chat. I say, I will be top 4 next year, Nigel. You were Cookie. I know you're joking.
Yeah.
There we go. F. Sank says ENIC will do it again next season. They won't rebuild.
Well, they better do.
To Joe. Go on, Mark. Keeps talking. Go on.
Big up, mate. Yeah, what they better do, mate, because you've had 2 warnings.
26 years, Mark. 26 years. Will the 27th make any
certainly
difference?
The last 2 has been major warnings.
There you go.
17th and 17th.
Yeah.
You piss about with fire too much, mate. You're going to get burnt.
Yeah, I agree, Mark. Scott Calvert's in. Morning to you, mate. Hope you're well. Big up to you. Cal's in. There you go. Vinay is a Guna plant.
There you go.
There you go.
Definitely.
I don't. Yeah, it's all very weird to me. It's all very weird, but there's a lot of shit going on at the moment with all sorts of stuff to do with football and dodgy decisions flying about. How did that geezer not get sent off yesterday, by the way?
He broke his leg, mate. I know the one you're on about.
Listen, they're sending Romero off for follow-throughs earlier in the season when he's cleared the ball and caught the bloke's leg, whether you say raked it or not. He's nearly snapped Van der Ven's leg yesterday. And if I'm not wrong, he got booked.
The foul?
No, Van der Ven got booked.
Yeah, the free kick was given to Everton, mate. Everton got a free kick out of that.
I'm sorry, but...
Because Van der Ven sort of caught him.
Yeah.
He caught him and the ref blew up and gave a foul. But when you see the follow through it and he snaps his leg, I was like, how's that a free kick? I was going mad in the pub, mate.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Just another talking point. It is what it is at the end of the day. Rob Belcher's in. Big up to you. There's no excuse not to back RDZ. Also, with no European football, we should finish minimum top half. One game a week next week, people. Yeah. One game a week.
To be honest, I hadn't thought about that. We've only got one game a week.
We have, yeah.
Apart from the odd League Cup game and FA Cup game.
That's it.
Depends
the FA Cup's not till after Christmas anyway.
No. First week of January, isn't it? The FA Cup. But you got. I suppose that means we'll be in the second round of the League Cup now.
I don't know, Mark.
Because we go in early, don't we? Because we've got no Euro.
Maybe. No, but I thought that you only... Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe, Mark. You could be right there. Yeah, I'm not too sure, mate.
But even so, one game a week. Maybe we don't need this bloated squad. You know, we need squad, obviously. But, like, you know, maybe...
What he needs, Mark, right, is a squad of men, right? And that's then you feed the younger ones in.
Mm-hmm.
So they're included in the squad. Yeah. They're seeing what's going on around the thing every day. They have mentors in the ground, in the team. Yeah. And as the younger ones come through, they pick up the good habits off of the senior men players.
Precisely.
It's not difficult, Mark. It really ain't difficult to do.
I expect you remember when you were like 18 or so, making your way in men's football.
Yeah.
You had people there to look after you.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I mean, you weren't playing in a men's league with a load of people your age, were you?
No.
I expect you were with 25, 26, 30-year-olds maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, and they sort of take you under their wing a bit. Yeah. You know, if it's a proper decent team, the senior players in the team will take you under their wing, you know, in training and stuff like that. Little tips, little bits and pieces, and it all helps at the end of the day. I think that's where we need to get, rather than chucking kids into a team. And again, I know we had injuries and all that stuff like that, but it hasn't done their progression, I don't think, any good. Being in a side that's been fighting relegation all season, it don't do them any good, mate. You know. So listen, everyone will get a fresh start next season. The Derby's come out and said there's 10 or 11 in the squad that he would want to keep, that he thinks are good enough to be in the squad. But he's also said he needs new players.
That doesn't say a lot for the other 14 or 15.
No, obviously he's not named them, but he knows.
No, he's not going to name them, is he? But the squad's what, 25, 26? I don't know.
I've heard Mwani's first on the list he wants to keep. I'm only pulling your leg, Mark. It's all right.
I was going to say.
That made him cough.
I was going to say, for God's sakes, mate, he should have been on the plane weeks ago.
Cal says he watched overnight. He couldn't sleep after. There you go.
Yeah.
So wound up, mate. I think that was probably our problem. Cooves is in. Big up to Coover. He says, I'm so excited for the 23rd or 24th rebuild and glorious new dawn under ENIC. Belinda Carlisle sang, heaven is a place on earth. What a visionary. She knew. Where do I buy my I Love ENIC shirt?
Not from this channel, mate.
Yeah, not from here, mate. Not from here.
They're not available on this channel. Let's get that.
Yeah, you know, we could arrange though here. Look, we could arrange for the old 2 Marks t-shirts to be available. You know, you see.
There you go, mate.
About it. This is your one, Sheriff, by the way.
Oh, is it?
We could arrange for that. Yeah, of course we could. There we go. You can have that when we go on holiday. Happy days. Big up, Coos. Morning to you, mate. Hope you're well.
Big up, Coos.
Big up, Coover. Paul's in. Big up to you, Paul. Top of the morning, Paul. Cookie and Mark. Top of the morning to you, mate.
Top of the morning to you, mate.
Nico's in. Nico Knapp. Big up, Nico. Hope you're well, mate. Listen, 120 of you in here this morning. Please hit that sub button, because after that superb watch along yesterday, I've got to say, my old voice has gone big style. We lost 2 subs.
Is that right, mate?
That is absolutely right, mate.
Is that when I appeared from a noisy pub?
No, I don't know, but we've gone back down to under 12:40 again, 12:39 again now. We was on 12:43 or something. So I don't know what's going on. It might be YouTube at the end of the day.
Yeah, I was going to say it might be YouTube.
Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for us, people, because yeah, it is what it is at the end. And big up to everyone. 26 minutes in and we're over the 50. So big up to all of you. Love to see it. Keep hitting it and get us to 100 today. That would be great. 125 of you in here. We're going to put the link in the chat. We'll get through these. Get through saying hello to everyone.
The camera's gone off.
Oh, it's all right, mate. You're all right. I've got it. Sort yourself out.
Damn computer.
We'll keep putting the names in. We'll keep calling the names out. Chris is in. Big up, Chris. And then we'll get the link in the chat for anyone who wants to come on. Big up to you, Chris. Morning, gents and chat. Anyone worked out where 9 minutes extra time came from? I can tell you exactly where that came from, mate.
Sky.
No, when they pissed about with a ref's battery at the beginning of the second half.
Yes.
That's where that came from.
Do you know, obviously the landlord's a Man United fan, so we had the Man United game, so I was watching it on my phone. Yeah. The Man United game had started. They were on 50 minutes, 52 or 53 minutes. Our game ain't even kicked off.
No, well, West Ham finished about 10 minutes before us, and we were still playing.
Yeah, that's to do with all that. Yeah.
Injury time, yeah. Yeah, it is what it is.
There was like a 6 or 7 minute delay while they were messing about with that thing on the linesman's arm.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. There we go. We will move on, Adam. We will move on, but we have to talk about everything, mate. We do our best. Here we go. Who else is in? Jane's in this morning. Big up to Jane.
Big up, Jane.
You're well this morning, Jane. Big up to you. And Paigey has sent in a super chat. Big up to you, Paige.
Oh, big up, Paige.
Thank you very much. She says, morning, Cookie and Sheriff and chat. Congrats on Tottenham staying in the Premier League where you belong. Keep the great content coming. Paigey, we'll do our best. You know us by now. You know us. We always try and give it everything, Paige, and we'll just keep going. We'll keep going, and hopefully our, like Mark says, once proud and great club will start to scale the heights again, Paigey.
Phoenix rise from the flames.
We'll see. Well, they
better do.
Who else is in? Let's have a look. CEM's in. Big up to CEM. Morning to you, mate. There you go. Neil G's in. Morning, lads. Now ENIC must change. Go. Whatever. Look, listen. People say we say about getting ENIC out, right? But I've got to tell you, if enough people get behind it next season, right, it might just nudge them a bit to go in the right direction, even if they ain't going to piss off, which is very unlikely because they're making too much money, right? But even if it gives a nudge for someone to, hang on a minute, do you know what? We ain't got a Scooby-Doo about football, but there's quite a lot of people now saying 17th and 17th's not on. Perhaps we should do something about it. Perhaps we should put someone in charge of the football properly to deal with the football. We'll sit back, we'll take our money, and let's get it sorted out.
I've been saying for a long time, mate, right? Now, as much as I'm ENIC out, because I am, I don't believe they're going anywhere. Not until they want to. Someone comes and gives them £5 bill, £4 bill, whatever the club's worth. But I want a bit more than that anyway. If someone, until they get the money, they won't go anywhere. the most. This is as much as I don't like them, as much as I want them out. I think the most we can do is get them to change.
We'll see.
Get them to change, because I don't think they're going anywhere, mate. Certainly not. Certainly not until they get their money.
It depends on the circumstance, mate, at the end of the day. I mean, if we was so crap and we got relegated, and then they did nothing about it while you're down there, I think fan pressure in the end, Mark, I think fans would come round to the
Would they?
Maybe. I can't say yes because I don't know absolutely. Listen, we said on the programme yesterday, it don't matter if we stay up or if we go down. This channel and a few others are going to be on ENIC's case. And I know it sounds boring, right? But I want better for our football club. I don't want a gooner running our football club. I don't want a Villa reject picking our players. I don't want it. I don't want the board making footballing decisions, because everyone's seen what's happened when this board has gone over Vinay and Lang's head, right? Catastrophe after catastrophe. They'd have done their job properly in the first place in December/January. They would have got rid of Frank when they wanted to, and they would have offered De Zerbi the money to come in then. They offered him 8 million odd quid. He said, no, I want a break. They've gone back, 6 weeks, 2 months later, and gone, bang, there's 12 million. Oh, okay, then. Just offer him if you want to offer him, going to offer him 12 million, offer him the 12 million when you need him.
Yeah.
Because
if you'd have had him at Christmas, mate, it wouldn't have come down to this.
Look, at the end of the day, Mark, a lot of this wouldn't have happened if they'd have dealt with it in January.
Oh, yeah.
Properly.
Yeah.
You know? But since then, we've been on the Tudor reign, couldn't pick up his shoe, let alone a win. Do you know what I mean? And it's just shocking, mate. Shocking how the club's been run.
It's all done on a wing and a prayer, mate. There is no contingency plan ever, mate. When stuff happens, they just panic.
Yeah. They panic because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing on the football field. That's why.
Exactly, Dingo,
Yeah. Johnny's in. Big up, Johnny. Morning to you, mate.
Big up, Johnny.
Hope you're well. Let's see if it is. Straight Cannon's in. Big up, Anthony. Big up to you, mate. Tots is in. Big up you, Tot Spur. Big up to you, mate.
Big up.
Aussie Ange is in. Big up to you, Aussie Ange. Carlston Blues in. Carl's in. Big up to you, Carl. Paul's in. Big up, Paul. All the usuals are in. Mario's in. Big up to you, Mario.
Big up, Mario.
We'll meet up again soon, mate. Darren's in. Big up to you, Darren. Hope you're well this morning. Andy Lester's in. Big up to you, Andy.
Big
Survival,
Andy.
mate. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get in there. But now we've got to move on. There's no good leaving it all summer. No one saying a dicky bird. Yeah. And then we just carry on, again in the summer next year. We've got to keep the pressure on ENIC. However small, the message comes across. Like I said yesterday, I think it's time for some of the bigger channels. If they want better at Tottenham, they've got to start opening their mouth a little bit more against ENIC, I'm afraid.
Because that is why we do it. That is why me and Mark are on here banging the ENIC drum, is because we want better. I want what I saw in the 80s when we won cups regularly. Not with sugar at the end of it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Not like nearly being bankrupt in the 90s when Sugar did it. But like Tottenham are a team, trophies should be a regular occurrence. Yeah. I know football's changed and you got the oil money and that come into it. But when I was a kid, young teenager, trophies was a regular thing, and getting to finals. Finals and trophies was sort of, well, for a while it was every year, but then it went to like every other year, once every 3 years. But now we've been to what, 3 finals in about 30 years.
Yeah, it is. Bella's in. Morning to Bella. Hope you're well.
Big up, Bella.
Big up, Bella. Hope you're well. Let's hope so, Bella. Let's hope so. There you go. Let's hope they all are here. Yeah, he hates it. He don't like us at all. But apparently, he detests Everton even more than Tottenham. So apparently, so anyway.
Yes. Yes, I remember that, Coobs.
The board still won't wake up, Bella says.
But they better do.
Scott is in. Big up to you, Scott. Hope you're well this morning, mate.
Big up, Scott.
And Slynell's in. Big up to you. Oh, big up to you, mate. John Fitzpatrick's in. Oh, question. Here we go now, because I saw this in there. This is a very touchy subject with Spurs fans, I think. Mason Greenwood, Mark. Now, you know he's had his problems off the field.
Yes.
Went to Spain. Got in a lot of trouble with his girlfriend. You know, difficult situation.
It is, mate.
To think about. As a footballer, yeah, this is the best way I can put it, John. As a footballer, do you think Mason Greenwood is better than Mawani, Solanke, or Richarlison? If the answer is yes, right, then as a footballer, yes, I would take him. Do Spurs need all the grief that comes with it? Yeah, because it will go on. People will talk and talk and talk. You know they will, John. And in that aspect of it, no, I wouldn't. Yeah. Just because of the grief it brings the club.
The thing is, though, he never actually got done for anything.
No.
But I know, because I believe he's still with his missus and they got another kid, haven't they?
They've had another baby. Yeah.
Yeah, and she dropped all the charges anyway. So he never actually got done for anything. Now, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right.
No.
Big up all the women in here.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter, it's really not worth the hassle, in my opinion.
Listen, like I say, as a footballer, I'll take him all day, right? But with all the baggage that he brings with him,
yeah.
I don't know if it's worth the grief, mate, that it could bring.
And it's for the look of the club as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, to the club gone, even though he was never done for anything, let's get that in there.
Yeah.
It's the way it makes the club look.
Yeah.
You know what
it's
I mean?
just the grief that comes with it, Mark.
Yeah,
you know what it's like. Every press conference, it'll be da 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 da. You know, and it just goes on and on and on and on.
And we all know this, right? Even if, but he's not been charged with anything, so he's innocent. In the eyes of the law, he's innocent.
Yeah.
But to be honest, once you've got crap on you, mate, it tends to stick.
This is the problem, Mark. Yeah.
Mud sticks.
Yeah, it is.
That's the polite way I can put it.
Yeah. Coover's in again. Big up Coover. Spot on, Cookie. There's nothing wrong with signing the likes of Archie Gray, but there's plenty wrong if you're buying them and expecting them to be the main man with no senior players to learn from. Absolutely
exactly.
Agree, Coover. And that don't just go for Archie Gray as well. That goes for the Bergvalls, the Oddie Bears, all that, right? Players should be around those young players that are playing in their positions, to help them along, to help them grow up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying none of them can't play football, right? But it's all part of having that experience and learning that from a senior player that's older, that's been round the block a bit.
To be honest,
that's been at big clubs, though, Mark. Like Paulinho, he's been at Bayern Munich. He's been around a big dressing room.
It was just unfortunate this year that in some cases, our midfield was injured and we had no choice but to chuck them in.
No, it's not their fault. Yeah, I agree.
No, it's not their fault, but you just don't need it when you got Archie Gray and Bergvall, 2 18, 19, 20-year-olds, however they are, playing together like that. That should never happen.
I was going to say, Mark, I think that if they weren't playing in such a struggling side, it might be a little bit different. But the problem is when you had the injuries that we had, and you're saying to someone like Archie Gray, who is a midfielder, play left back, Archie. Play right back, Archie. We've got no one on the left wing today. Play up there today, Archie, or wherever, you know. And I just think that's, people will say, well, he's playing all over the park, but it's the Premier League at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? And get the kids settled down in a position where he can learn off someone instead of. And again, I know we had loads of injuries, and a lot of the time Archie was like the one to go to fill that gap. You know,
but even so, it's a bit wrong to just chuck a young'un straight in.
It's a lot of pressure, Mark. It's a lot of pressure.
It is.
And then when you're doing shit wrong on the pitch, everyone's getting on your back. Do you know what I mean? And so on.
Listen, mate, they're young.
They're all men at the end of the day. But in football, there's almost like, unless you're ultra talented, right, there is a learning curve to be had. Mm-hmm. And Spurs need to start doing that a bit better, I think.
How many times do you see a Wayne Rooney coming in just tear crap up? Hardly ever. In fact, there's been no one since Wayne Rooney that's come in at 16 and tore it up like he did.
He was a man at 16, Mark.
Well,
his body and everything. He was filled out like a man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And even though he was a boy at 16, he was in a man's body.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas you look at a Bergvall and a Gray, they ain't got an ounce of fat on them, between them.
No.
Do you know what I mean? There's nothing of them.
This is what I was saying, you know, like, it's very rare you get youngsters come in and just tear it up like that.
Yes, it is rare.
There's a progression. There's a learning curve.
Yeah.
There's a developing your body, growing up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Wayne Rooney was probably the last one that did it, wasn't he? A youngster come in and just.
Well, you got him in the Premier League, you got Yamal in Spain, haven't you?
Oh, well, yeah.
Just flew off. You know, it's just some players have just got it. They're just so good that they can just step into the breach and do incredible shit with a football at the end of the day. But they're very few and far between, Mark, what you actually see anyway.
Yeah.
You know, there are some good young players out there.
It's sort of it's sort of a generational thing, isn't it? You get one.
Yeah, I suppose.
You get one in a generation that will come in and tear shit up. And
yeah.
But it's not very kids, young adults, whatever you want to call them, they need to be nurtured and dripped in slowly.
Yeah.
Most of them, or the vast majority of them.
Yeah, I'll get you, Mark. Morning to Natasha. Hope you're well this morning. She says, I think Spurs will have a pretty good start to the season. Good manager, 1 game a week, could be top 4 with the manager they have now. Is that meant to be? Yeah, it could be. Listen, I think we've got to take it step by step, Natasha. I think there's a lot of work to be done in the summer, not just on the team, but throughout the structure of the club. You know,
I was just about to say this, mate. For me,
the way through. I don't think you can do it all in one season. No,
that's for me. For us to get top 4, there's only one place you can look, and that's upstairs. Upstairs, I've got to want us to do it. Because if we have a transfer window like we normally do, we tried FC. There was only 30 transfers in this window. So bloody what?
Yeah.
So bloody what?
Yeah.
You know, they've...
Mate, he talks shit. He talks absolute codswallop, mate. All this old crap about, well, there was only 30 transfers in January. Well, if you'd have pulled your finger out, mate, there'd have been 32 or 33 or 34. Do you know what I mean? You are the people that fucked this club up in January when everyone could see what was going on, right? And you did nothing and just come out with excuses, FC Lang, in January. Yeah?
You look at what West Ham did.
Fuck off.
You look at what West Ham did. They bought 3 players in and we were 13 points ahead of them at Christmas.
Yeah.
They brought 3 players in and caught up, and nobody bloody took us till the end.
Yeah, I know.
You know that. I know. So what? There was only 30. We needed fucking 3 or 4 in. Pull your finger at your backside and get them in.
Yeah, and we'll keep pushing the boat. DJ's in, big up to you. He says, big up, lads, and brief. Let's not get in this position ever again.
Yeah.
But we all know our board, unfortunately, come on you Spurs. And
Yes.
this is why we're doing what we're doing, DJ. And we need to try and get as many people on board with this as possible. You know, that people are trying to get stuff off the ground to protest against ENIC.
Put
right?
pressure on them.
Put pressure on them, exactly. Yeah, this football team's shown us that they couldn't cope with pressure until yesterday, right? We need to do the same to ENIC.
Yeah.
It's just as simple as that, but only the fans can do that. If everyone's happy with 17th, dross football, and so on and so forth, and everyone thinks that Roberto De Zerbi will be a massive, huge, big thing with this squad of players that he's got now, if you gave him these next season, yeah, what we've got, and don't get me wrong, there's players coming back from injury, your Madisons, your Kulus if he plays again, and there's a few others as well, we'd probably be a middle of the table team. Right? That's where we would have been, somewhere around there, like Mark said yesterday. We'd have probably been mid-table-ish. Right? And not in the thing that we are now. But it's so important. It's so important.
Well, top sort of in and around sort of 10th, 11th, 12th, that sort of area. That's what I said.
It's step building, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, some clubs do go from a relegation battle and they'll go bang, top 6, top 4, you know. But the board have to be accountable to
they've
get
got to want to do it
to that position, and they've got to want to do it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's what
there's no excuses. There's no excuses that the board could not have us up near the top. None whatsoever.
Yeah.
With all the bloody money that they make and concerts and the NFL and rah. You heard me all the time.
Yeah.
Now, as much, I will reiterate this, as much as I mean account, because they've ruined my football club. Right. Personally, I do not believe they're going anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
But if us as a channel and many other channels can just elbow them in the ribs a bit and get them to change, get them to put the football first for a bloody change, then, to be honest, all of us, all we want is a better Tottenham Hotspur.
And the thing is, Mark, right? The thing is with what you've just said there, right? We spend the money. It's not like we can go to it and say, well, you're not spending any money. They do, Mark. They spend the money. And this is where I come in onto the next stage of this, where I think it's vital that we get proper scouts in, that if they want to use the data system, that's fine, right? But also, please use your eyes as well. Yeah. Use your eyes. Just don't, oh, well, look at this. He's got this. He's got, oh, yeah, he'll do.
It's like playing FIFA Manager, isn't it?
You know, it's like you start using your eyes, scouting properly. It drives me insane, mate. And this is what I say. All this has got to be rebuilt again, Mark.
Yeah.
You know, the people that are there have shown that they're not capable of doing it.
Yeah.
Right. So get people in that are capable of doing it. And surely in the long run, if the club's more successful and you're paying a wage to, let's say, 4 or 5 people that are then running a football club, or even if it's 2 or 3 people that you put in charge, right? For what that costs to pay them, I'm sure you'll save millions and millions in not being in the problems that we've been in for the last 2 years. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah,
anyway,
and me as well, mate.
It is what it is. Right, let me whiz through these quick, see if I've missed anyone out. Bulb Buzzard's in, big up to you, mate.
Big up, mate.
JG's in, big up to you, JG. Paul Dawson, big up to you. Big Dave's in, big up, Dave. Hope you're well. Alfie, big up to you, Alfie. Hope you're well this morning, mate. I'm just scanning through. Paul Brown, big up to Paul Brown.
Big up, Paul.
YouTube member. Hope you're well, mate, this morning. Hope you're well. RR365's in, celebrating failure as usual. Some things never change. Hashtag lasagna. There you go.
Yeah, big up.
Tim Mann's in. Big up,
Big
Tim
up,
Mann.
Tim.
Big up, fellas. Relief we stayed up. But can we chat about that tackle on VDV, which should have been a straight red, but the corrupt officiating gave them a free kick. Luckily, it didn't cost us. We did touch on that,
Yeah.
Tim Mann. I don't know if you was in earlier. We did touch on it, and for me, it's a red. How they ain't sent him off, I've got no idea.
I couldn't believe that the free kick got given to Everton.
Yeah, they give a free kick to Everton, Tim Mann. It's madness.
Yeah.
Absolute madness. I just don't get it at all. But listen, it is what it is, mate. It's gone now and it's done. Ghosted says, give me Greenwood over any of the useless scrubs we have in attack now. Dan's in, buy Greenwood all day long. There you go. So in that aspect of it, I get it. But then the club's going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Right? They're going to have to put the fire out quick because it's all going to come with him. It'll be all over the papers again if he came to Spurs. As a footballer, all day long. All day long. Right? You going for tea, yeah?
Just make a quick...
Go on then. Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah, of course it is.
Some quick cut, man.
I'm going to put the link in a minute. I'm going to put the link in a minute.
All
right. Listen, Greenwood all day. Whether Spurs are prepared to deal with all the other shit that comes with it, Dan, I ain't got a clue. Ain't our problem, that part of it, at the end of the day. So really, as we're just talking about football, yeah, not the private life, yeah, I would go all day long. As a footballer, all day long. But let's see what happens with that one. Daniel's in. It's a PR disaster, though. There you go, mate. What can I say, Dan? Tottenham Trev's in. Good morning, gents. Sheriff, how's the head, mate? Looked like you enjoyed yourself yesterday. Cracked me up in the chat up the Spurs. I think he was, he won't mind me saying, when he got home, I think he was 8 pints deep, Trev. 8 pints of Amstel deep. He was a bit on the slur up, but, you know, Sheriff gets up the next morning, just like it never happened. Just like it never happened. Bright and breezy, our Sheriff. So there you go. Who else is in that I haven't said hello to? Mike Pepper. Big up to Mike Pepper. Hope you're well. Morning all. Unfortunately, if we get off to a good start, you will not hear a peep from the fans. Rinse and repeat. We've got to get on them before the start of the season, Mike. We've got to get on them. Dan says if the allegations were true, the police would have to have took him to court, even if she dropped out. Morning to Danny Kiriakou. Hope you're well, mate. He said, I told you, lads, we would stay up. Tricky's in. Big up to Tricky. Alex is in. Big up to Alex. Hope you're all well, boys. Tom 81's in. Morning, lads. Big up to chat. I never want to experience anything like that again. I've been on here every morning for about the last 5-6 weeks, and it's going to carry on, by the way, Tom. And I've got to tell you, Tom, my head has hurt, mate. It's hurt with everything that's been going on and been spinning, mate. And I went to bed last night and I thought, it's over. It's over. We've got the point. We've stayed up. We move on. And do you think I could sleep, mate? No chance, Tom. No chance. I just couldn't sleep. So whether it ain't all span out yet or not, I don't know, Tom. But I was laying there for half the night and ended up getting up at 10 to 6 this morning. I'm 20 to 6. Madness. But there you go. Phil's in. Big up to Phil. Hope you're well. Did you go yesterday, Phil? Hope you did. Enjoyed yourself, mate. Good morning, Marks, and all the people. Yes, he did go. I'm too drunk to operate a lawnmower. Big up to you, Phil. And another Phil's in the press. Big up to you, Phil, as well. Hope you're well. Hope you're well this morning, Phil. Big up to you. Alex says if he speaks, he gets in trouble. Well, the link's going in a minute, Alex. So make sure you tap it and get on, mate. Get on. Bill Greenwood's in. Big up to you, Bill. Hope you're well this morning. We need to treat this transfer window like we're a newly promoted club. Forest bought in 12 when they came up. Interesting. Can't see Spurs doing that, Bill. I can't see it, mate. But we'll see. Tony's in. Morning to you, Tony. Yeah, I think he's all right, Tone. I think he's all right. He's just gone to make another cup of tea. Big up, Tone. Trev says, will our fans never learn? Already I see in chats fans getting carried away because we stayed up. We are bang average. Our fan base again want a miracle. We finished 17th for a reason. Spot on, Trev. Spot on. You're all having a chat in the chat, I will say. What's the time on there? Oh, I'm nearly there. Just bear with me another minute. Here we go. Sol's in. Big up, Sol. Hello, mates. No hard feelings. About what?
Well, have you seen his name? Sol Campbell.
Yeah. I know what it says. Yeah. Big up to you, mate. You won the league. Big up to you. Yeah, Tom says, I know how you feel, mate. It's done now. Time to relax for a bit. Well, you say that, Tom, but we're hitting this ENIC out, train hard, mate, and we're going to carry on. We're going to be on every day, not necessarily talking about ENIC out for 2 hours every day, but there'll be plenty of Spurs talk. World Cup's on. The three amigos are going to Portugal for a week. So
3 weeks, isn't it, mate?
3 weeks tomorrow. Why the old World Cup's on. So you never know, Tom. You might get a live and direct from Portugal. It could happen. It might not, but it could happen, Tom.
It depends how many Amstels that are involved.
Big up to you.
Lots.
Anurag's in. Big up to Anurag. Big up to you, mate. Cheers from India. Yes. Big up to you, mate.
No, it was like 45 or something over there the other day, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It was, right. I'm just putting the link in the chat now. Sorry we've been so long, but there's so many people in here.
Yeah.
We do like to say hello to people. Hit that link, get in, tell us your feelings on yesterday, tell us your feelings on going forward. What do we do about getting the message across to ENIC? Is it just about protest, or do we need to go in another direction to get to the protest so we get a lot more people involved in it? Steve's in. Big up to Steve. Mia's in. Big up to Mia. Morning to both of you. Morning to both of you. How are you both feeling this morning, Mia and Steve? We'll let Mia go first, as it's ladies first, Steve, if you don't mind.
No, that's fine, mate.
Go on,
Good
Mia.
morning, guys. Buenos dias. You got to stop practicing the Spanish.
Oh, yeah. You and my missus need to get together, you know. She teaches the youngsters, the little ones, Spanish all the time. Yeah, counting to 10 in Spanish and all that stuff, and the words and all that from like when they're 2-3 years old. And, you know, they come round now and she'll say to them, come on then, give us 1 to 10 in Spanish. They're like 4 years old, and they'll reel it off, Mia. Do you know what I mean?
I went to Alicante, so I decided to learn me a bit of Spanish. I did learn the cuss words as well, of course. Like I now know how to regularly cuss in Spanish as well as Greek. So
was that Benidorm that you went to by any chance?
No, I didn't. I went Alicante. Alicante is beautiful.
Alicante. Well, is that? Or perhaps I'm getting the airports mixed up.
It's more south, nearer to where Portugal is, really. Alicante.
Oh, you're down to Alicante. Is down south. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
I'm getting
southern Spain.
I can't even remember what the one is when you go to Benidorm now. I can't remember what it's called. But there you go. Oh my word! Look at this. Morning from Tbilisi in Georgia. Big up to you. I can't say your name. Say your name, but I've got 2 hopes of saying that, and I can't speak whatever language that is, but Georgian perhaps. But
I barely speak English, let alone
yeah, that's it. That's the problem, isn't it? Yeah. Edel fans in, Fabian Prince is in, and that's where we are at the moment. So Mia, tell us about yesterday. Your how you felt before, after, and how you're feeling now the next day.
I've got to say I was nervous throughout. I felt sick. My heart rate was going. I was half watching our game, half watching the West Ham game, commentating on it because me and my youngest was watching Tottenham on the telly, and then I was commentating off my phone what was going on with them. Yeah. So I was getting really anxious because I felt like, although I don't think played too badly. I think in that first half, especially Everton, we didn't off much, but I think we did some really good patterns of play. You could see what we were trying to do, pressing. We came at it to win it, which I like the approach. I think we approached it well, but I was just anxious that if they scored first, that we would feel the heat and feel the nervousness. So I was feeling really anxious until we got that goal, which obviously it was a scrappy goal, but it relieved me a little bit to feel like, right, okay, now we just have to get our job done. And it was a little bit in the second half. We went a bit more defensive. We put a few more midfielders in, and then he went to free at the back, but we managed to do it. So I was just ultimately relieved. That relief was just immense. Like my youngest was just like, we done it. Like he was like really happy as well.
Yeah.
That we actually managed to get it over the line. I think today I just feel like relieved, but now we've got a massive job to do, like huge, probably one of the biggest in Tottenham's history, I believe, because I think that we cannot have it another year of having this, like another season, like it's ridiculous. They need to fix up big time, because I agree with what Sherry said. I don't think they're going to go unless they get the money they want. And that's honestly just sometimes the way it is, because they've got lots of money and they will decide when they wish to go. But I do think they need to fix up, and I think that the discontent needs to be aired, but in a way where everybody's sort of unified, which I think that's the problem. I think that the fact it's not unified, but we do need to come together, and they do need to fix up majorly, because we cannot go through another season of this. That is ridiculous. I'm not next season hoping or thinking that we're going to be anywhere near the top 6. Not at all. If we get 10th next year, I think between 8th and 10th would be reasonable as an expectation for us to progress. Like, we have to do slowly. So the players we get in, we're not going to get these big players in. We have to build up slowly, get decent players, because that's currently the level we're at. But it's still a massive job. I've just wrote down, because I'm going to do a video on it, I've just wrote down all of our players that we currently have and all the ones on loan. We've got a massive squad, and we need to get rid of so many of these players. Like, there's a lot. So there's a lot to do, not just incoming, but outgoing as well.
Yeah. Agree with you. Agree with you totally. It's a massive job on that Spurs have got. I don't think they're going to be able to do it all in one go. There's just so much to do, like you say, Mia. Players out, players in, chasing players that he wants, all that sort of stuff. And then we're also talking about maybe the board have got to sort themselves out as well. Maybe get some people in, not on the board, but get people into the club that know a bit more about football than they do. Because I think that'll help the situation out next season a bit more. Before we come to Steve, 120 of you in here, by the way, this morning. Keep hitting that button for us, please, that sub button, and the like button for the stream as well. Let's see if we can get it up to 100. You're flying at the moment with the old likes. Big up to all of you. Steve, we'll come across to you, mate. Same question to you, really, and how you feel this morning, mate, after yesterday.
It's a massive relief. I ain't gonna lie. I think we went through every single emotion going yesterday, didn't we? I mean, it was just nerves. It was like relief. I did cheer when the goal went in, because I hadn't celebrated a Spurs goal in ages.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I went nuts when that goal went in. So I'm not ashamed of that. And then the second half was just, that was the longest, however long it was. It really was. And obviously when West Ham were winning, I thought, we only 1-0 up here, and they had that chance at the 86th minute, and Kinski, a wonderful save. But like Sherry said earlier, if that had gone in, last 10-15 minutes would have been even more horrible, wouldn't it? So I'm relieved we've done it. But I echo what Mia said. You know, this board have got a massive summer ahead of them, because like you've all said this morning, it cannot happen again. It's 2 years in a row that this has been going on for now. Well, longer than that, but the last 2 years have been really awful.
As I said, Steve, you play with fire enough, you're going to get burnt.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And to be honest with you, if this don't wake them up, nothing ever will.
No, no.
But what do you think about the players and stuff like that? I mean, it's Deserby's come out and said there's 10 and 12 good players. So what's that say?
I would say, Steve, he was talking about for the squad. That
Right, yeah.
The way I got it was he's saying there's 10 or 12 players, currently that he thinks are good enough to stay in this Spurs squad. And then his words were, but we also need another team.
Yeah, because he said he wants two. Yeah, he wants two. He said he wants 2 players for each position.
Yeah,
that's what he did come out and say. And he said last night it's 7:00 now. 8:00 at 8:00 and 9:00 tonight. We start discussing next season. So he's literally put it to the board. This is what we're going to do. This is what I want to do. So we need to start doing it, and we need to start doing it today.
Yeah,
because playing to get to the World Cup. Sorry, Mia, go on.
Yeah, that's right. No, I'm interrupting. I'm really sorry. I was going to say, if I'm honest, I wrote down this morning the players that I believe that he probably thinks as players to keep, and I do think it is quite easy to say, oh my God, 10 or 11 players. But when you think about it, it isn't actually that much. Like it isn't really, because I've put down Kinski, Van der Ven. I think he will keep Porro, Danso, Paolini. I think we'll get Benny, Conor Gallagher, Maddison, Javi, Tell, and Kudos. So when you think about that, that's actually, that's reasonable expectation, because people want to get rid of Tell. We've only just got Tell. So people got to be reasonable that I just don't think we're going to get rid of Tell. So when you think about it like that, you can easily reel off those names and think, okay, that's not actually awful, that he thinks that maybe those players are suitable for him to stay.
Yeah.
Well, when it all comes down to this, right, it comes down to the fact years and years of buying poorly and buying players to fit each manager's system, right? And then sacking the manager after 12 to 18 months later, right? Getting another manager in and then trying to get players. And you've got players that have been there under like 6 different managers. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I saw something yesterday, like Pep Guardiola, the one player that he's had consistently since he joined Man City 10 years ago was John Stones. That's the only player he's had that's been with him from the start. Do you know what I mean? So this is where the board have got to change, because literally they have to back the Derby. They have to say, what do you want? Get rid of the deadwood. I know it's going to take some time to get rid of the deadwood. And things like that. I understand that you can't fix it in one transfer window, but they need to bloody change now, because, like I say, like Sarah said, and we've all said, you do this again next season, we're going down. It is as simple as that.
Yeah, fair play. Is Flicks there? You there, Flicks? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here, mate. How are you all doing?
How are you this morning, mate? You okay?
Relieved.
I am absolutely relieved, over the moon. I'm just so glad it's all over now and we can all breathe.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know about you lot watching or people in the chat, but I was pacing up and down yesterday whilst I had your channel on yesterday, but I just couldn't sit still.
I had to sit still, mate, while I was watching it.
I know you did, I know you did. But I was just a complete and utter mess yesterday, especially when it went to 9 minutes. Even though Everton still had to score 2 goals, you know, Spurs being Spurs, you never knew what could happen.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Until that final whistle went, you know.
And Flicks, how are you feeling this morning now? And where do you think that Spurs go from here? I know what we want to happen, you know, lots of different things, but you know, in reality, where are we going from here now? What do you think will happen as far as the board are concerned? Buying players for the Derby, getting players out, like Mia said, it's a massive job we've got on at Spurs now.
Yeah, exactly. It's a massive task. Like Mia said earlier, we do need a massive clear out, because we do need a massive clear out. We should have done this last season, season before that. Sorry. Where do I expect Spurs to finish next season? That's where I'm going to finish first. Sorry, I reckon 8th, 7th, maybe. Is De Zerbi going to get the players he wants? Paolini, we need to get on a permanent. That's the first
Definitely.
one. Funnily enough, I'm going to go slightly off topic, but when I was doing my live straight after the game yesterday, someone in the comments actually said, well, if we keep hold of Danzo for next season, as in, you know, starting a lot of games, then we're going to finish fourth from bottom again. It's like, you know, what planet are these fans on? You know, Danzo he's been absolutely phenomenal, an absolute solid brick wall. You know,
Old
he doesn't
school,
really
isn't
get
he? Old school defender.
exactly. He doesn't get the credit he deserves half the time. But yeah, seriously, moving forward, you know, we do need a rebuild. But again, we've been here before, haven't we? With the hierarchy.
Yeah.
To seriously push us forward, they've got to spend. I know they've spent many times before, but like I said earlier in the chat, it's how they spend the money and who spends it. That's the worry.
Massive
So,
worry for Spurs.
Yeah, exactly. Time will tell. Time will tell. But yeah.
Yeah. I get you, mate. I get you. Let's talk about the game a little bit yesterday. It was very, very nervy. Like Mia said, I thought first 10, 15 minutes again, Spurs got hold of the ball early doors. Didn't really do much with it in the attacking third, but I think everyone expects that at Spurs now. But we had the ball a lot. We kept hold of the ball, prodding and probing. But in the end, João Paulinho with a header that's hit the post, rebounded back to him, and he's put it in just over the line before the defenders cleared it. I don't think I've seen at Spurs so many fans off their seat, so relieved that goal went in. So relieved.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was a big goal for Spurs, wasn't it?
Massive. When that goal went in, you should have seen me. You know, it was probably all the same. So relieved, but you know, it was like a lot of people in your chat yesterday. Like, where's the goals coming from? Because when you think what we used to have to what we've got now, it's just who would have thought it?
I know.
Who would have thought it? But at the end of the day, I'm just so thankful that we've got over the line.
Yeah.
You know, we've proved all the haters wrong because everyone wanted Spurs to go down. You know, it was written in the stars, wasn't it? It was written in the stars. You know, Arsenal winning the title while Spurs are going to go down. It was written in the stars.
Put it this way, right? As you probably all aware, I was in the pub yesterday afternoon. As soon as I went in there, probably at 2:30, 3 o'clock, everyone was, come on, West Ham. Come on, West Ham. They all wanted us. Well, they're winding me up as well.
Yeah,
but
of course,
everyone, they weren't even West Ham fans. They were Man United fans, Liverpool fans, Arsenal fans, obviously, but you wouldn't expect no different from them. Trying to think who else was in there. There was a few, but they were all saying, come on, West Ham. It's when we scored, I was dancing around the pub, shushing them all. It was such a relief. The relief.
A beautiful moment, yeah?
Oh, it was. It was. And to be honest, during that game, I don't think, apart from the last 10 minutes when Kinski pushed up one round the post, that was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Right?
A phenomenal save. Again, Kinski's not really getting the credit he deserves. You know, I know we could probably do better. You know, we're definitely going to keep hold of him. Fikaro's going to go in the summer. That's a definite. That's another one that has to go. But Kinski again has to stay. Right now, I would make Kinski number one because obviously who else we got other than Brendan Austin. But we do need someone better than him that can compete with him.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. He's becoming a very, very good keeper, Kinski.
He is. And you've got to big him up for the way he's come back from Atletico.
Atletico in that first leg,
that first leg. I mean, he's only quite young as well. That could ruin some people.
Definitely.
Blix, do you think De Zerbi's had a massive part in Kinski's turnaround? Because obviously we all know what happened in Madrid, you know, and how he got treated by Jude or ignored and stuff like that. But do you think De Zerbi's actually come in and he's obviously known about that situation, put his arm around him and said that you are a good keeper?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. He definitely obviously see that game first leg. He's come into the club and gone, right, okay, yeah, he's probably going to be one of the first ones I'm going to speak to. Put an arm around you, you know. But he definitely redeemed himself, you know. Going back to the Wolves game, wasn't it? saving that free kick, last knockings. You know,
Oh yeah.
it could have. You know what I mean?
And the Leeds game. And the
Can I
Leeds game.
just-
at the end.
Yes. And
Can
the
I say
Leeds
something
game.
a bit crazy and people are going to be like, what? But I actually think he's probably our player of the season. I'm not going to lie. And Paulina, obviously, but the one that she's
Yes.
going to be saying, but I think
Yes.
Paulina and him are our 2 players of the season, man.
One of
Yes.
them don't even belong to us.
I
Yeah.
know. That's a
Paulina,
madness.
He said he played 7
Paulina.
games, didn't he?
100%.
Oh,
Crazy.
Anyway, I think Vicario is going to go because he practically strangled De Zerbi yesterday. I mean, I don't think he liked it too much, so he has to go just for that.
Well,
But, right,
I thought originally he was linked with, was it Inter Milan? But when I was on Dan's show, big up Hotspur Hood, but apparently coming from him, I don't know where he heard it, but apparently they've pulled out of it, so they don't want him no more. So
yeah, we heard that yesterday.
Oh, you heard it as well?
yesterday.
Okay,
Yeah,
so...
yeah.
But do you know what I would say? Don't believe all that because last year in the summer, how much did they get wrong? They were like, no, it's guaranteed to happen. And then it didn't happen. Like, I don't believe any of that nonsense anymore. None of it.
Mia's not an ITK believer.
No,
I
I'm a
don't
bit of an
believe
ITK denier. That's
You
what I
believe
am.
it when you
I'm the
see
same.
it.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Until I see him,
Yeah.
I see him holding a shirt at the training ground.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, right? All these so-called tier 1 ITKs, they all chuck shit at the wall, but they only want to be remembered for the bits that stick. The bits that slide down and go on the floor.
Put that, Sheriff.
Yeah.
Excellent.
The bits that slide down and fall on the floor, I'll just brush that under the carpet. Not literally, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, with with Kinski, you can reel off 3 things he's done good for us, right? In 3 games, he's been really excellent for us this season, right? Can anybody tell you, remember when the last time Vicario was really good?
I think there was a few performances earlier in the season with his shot stopping that helped us, but
Yeah,
when you're talking
agreed.
about crosses and stuff like that, I don't think he'll ever grasp.
He's
He
never
ain't
been
learned
good at
by
that, has
now. He ain't gonna learn. Do you know
He's
what
a
I mean?
vampire, isn't he? He's a vampire. He's scared of crosses.
And
Yeah.
with Kinski as well, that I think that his distribution yesterday was sometimes a little iffy, but mostly he's actually pretty good, and he's good with the ball at his feet, where Vic's not.
Yes.
When he's got that ball at his feet, I absolutely poop my pants. I'm like,
Yeah.
please just get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it. You know what I mean? And make the right decision as well, like his decision making in who he passes to. Don't do a straight pass to somebody who can. If you lose the ball in that position, it's such a dangerous position. Why are we doing that when someone's up their arses? Like, what are you doing? So his decision making, his distribution, and the ball at his feet, Vic, is poor. He's not great.
Do you know what? I don't feel nervous at all, to be honest with you, when Kinski's actually got the ball at his feet, because when I've watched him, I think, well, you can kick with both feet anyway. Do you know, straight away, the first thing I think is you can always, if you've got someone coming across you can take a step and knock and kick it out with your left foot, you know, put it up the field with your left foot. I think he's a zillion times better than Vicario with his feet.
Not only that, boys and girls, he can find the runner as well. When he doesn't play short and he lobs it out, he can find a runner. It reminds me of your the old Man City keeper, Edison.
Edison, yeah.
He can find the runners on the wing. He's done that a couple of times, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Well, listen, it is relief, I've got to tell you. It's been building up. We talk about the players and pressure, but I don't know what you lot think, especially over the last few weeks. It's been hard work being a Tottenham fan.
It has.
Really hard work.
It has.
It's been unbearable, mate.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate. Yeah, it's
Been
done my
horrific.
Sitting in the pub, mate. Sitting in the pub, and everyone's giving you nonsense in your ear holes. You just got to sit there and take it. Just sit there and take it.
You know what's funny? Yesterday, there was a kid that walked past my house and he was in his Tottenham shirt, and some little gooners go past on their bike and started yelling at him. And I was like, don't worry, boy, wear your shirt loud and proud. We did make it. It's all right, boy. Don't you worry. And then this morning, there was a guy in his yellow, the yellow kit. And I was like, yeah, go on, wear your shirt with pride now, guys. We can all go back to being like, yes, we are Tottenham fans. Yes, we did crap, but it's all right. We're still in the Premier League.
Yeah, we are in the Premier League. We're still here. So let's move on slightly from the game now.
I'll just say one thing, mate.
Go
So sorry to cut you off. It's relief that we're still a Premier League club. But I reiterate, finishing 17th is an absolute disgrace. 2 years running.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Can't happen again.
People, in your eyes, it's all right for me to sit here and say, well, I want this and I want that, and we should do this and we should do that. But you four are on here. What do you want to see, and what's realistic to see, knowing how Tottenham just don't build or rebuild squads fully? What do you expect from De Zerbi going forward as a coach, and as from what he wants from the people above? You know, are you expecting him to get a lot of the stuff that he wants? Because I don't think he's going to go and want them 70 and 80 million pound players. I think he will need scouts to go and find players that are not necessarily young, but will do the job that he needs them to do for the next couple of seasons. Is that where you are with it, sort of thing? I don't know. Tell us, all of you. Flitz, if you want to go first.
I feel that the first major problem we do need resolving is the scouting, you know, because obviously they haven't got a clue. They're the first ones, you know. It's obviously going back to, I hate bringing up the past, but you know, it's been how can I put it? You know, basically the board have obviously made signings instead of the coach and manager. That's got to change. What De Zerbi wants is what he should get. Again, I know that won't happen. Going back to Andy Robertson. Now we've secured Premier League status. Are we going to get Robertson? Now, would De Zerbi still want him? Or does the board want him? Because obviously he was linked with Robertson back in January. Yeah. You know, don't get me wrong. I rate Robertson a hell of a lot. You know, he's got huge amounts of experience. He's a leader, and that's something we truly need in our squad, because we don't have any leaders apart from probably your Maddison. Maybe throw in Mickey Van der Ven in that, but other than that, there's no leaders. Maybe a Pialina as well, but other than that, there's no leaders. Who's the other one that's linked with Spurs from Bournemouth? Senesi, that's it. Senesi. You know, again, he's had a remarkable season for Bournemouth. But again, are we going to get the signings that we obviously want and what De Zerbi wants to really take this club forward and where we should be? Yeah. But like I said, the first thing is the scouting. They need seriously look at that, and as well as the medical staff.
First thing's Lang. Lang.
Oh yeah. But that's not going to happen now, is it? Are we going to really see them being shipped on?
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
There was rumours, weren't there, about Lang? So as soon as the season finished, Lang was on his way.
Well, we'll see.
Rumours a few weeks ago.
I believe it. Yeah, I believe it when I see it.
Well, yeah,
the medical staff as well. You know, and then they've been shambolic, haven't they?
The one thing I would say though is that it's really easy for us to sit and say, well, we should be getting the players that De Zerbi wants and what we want, but what we want and what De Zerbi wants might be different, because say we hear a rumour that he wants to keep Mawani, if that's who De Zerbi actually wants, fans are going to go mental because they don't want Mawani. But that's the difference, isn't it? Because the fact is, it's not really about what we want, because our view is different to what De Zerbi's view is and what he wants. It's really tricky, because obviously we look at players and go, yeah, this player, but it might not be what he wants. So for me, it's important for De Zerbi to get what he asks for in the majority, and to get rid of the players in the majority that he wants to get rid of. And that's coming from him, not really what I think or what Dave down the road thinks, you know, like that's the thing, isn't it? Because it's subjective. And that's the problem with our fans, because we all going to go apoplectic if we do get Mawani. But if that's who De Zerbi actually wants, then he's getting what he wants now.
The thing is though, is what a lot of our fans have got to realise is, we aren't going to get the world-class £100 million players, because we are not there as a club right now. Right? What £100 million player or world superstar is going to want to come to a team that finished 17th twice in 2 seasons, and it's in disarray and has been in disarray for ages? So we need to start sort of learning the fact that we ain't going to get those massive players.
Steve, do you still think we can go and get players like Alakouche from Monaco? Or is that a step too far now?
It's like Mia said, if De Zerbi don't want him, then why bring him in? You know, you can't keep having these so-called club signings. I mean, look at the palaver around Jed Spence. Club signing. He comes in, Conte goes, well, no, I didn't want him, he's a club signing. So he was already like, and then he was sent out on loan a number of times. So this is where we have to change. The club have to say, right, De Zerbi, who do you want? And they'll give them a list and they go and try and get those players. But we cannot muck about this summer with like all our transfers like we did last year with Gibbs White and things like that. That cannot happen again.
On that note, the professor of truth and entertainment
he's shaking his head already, by the way.
Screen. He's
let him shake his head all he bloody wants. Go on, Alex, you can shake your head all you like, mate, but it ain't going to make a difference.
I'm just going to say this. We're not learning. We're not learning. We are not learning.
What do you mean we're not learning? We don't make the decisions.
It's one day where we just luckily get out of relegation battle, and now we're talking like, oh, if we want to keep if Zoe wants to keep Moani, we can't do nothing about it.
What I just actually said, if you're going to quote me correctly, which you're not currently doing, Alex, really, I'm actually saying that if De Zerbi wants Moani and everybody's saying to give De Zerbi what he wants, then technically that is what he actually wants. So then fans can't really go ahead and say, oh, well, that's no good, because actually if that's what De Zerbi wants, I'm using that as an example, not that that will happen.
So if that's the example then, Mia, I want De Zerbi out. Because if we're basing it on this season, I'm sorry, we don't know what we're doing here.
So you want De Zerbi out?
What logic is it? No. What logic is it that striker is kept for this next season when he's one of the main reasons why we're in this problems in the first?
It's an example, though. It's about any.
I get the example. But the point is, though, unfortunately, though. Right, this is where I'm saying at the moment. This is not about De Zerbi anymore. This is about the ownership, right, and the structure. Because I've heard a lot of Spurs fans so far. Yeah, I was out yesterday. Yeah, can't get away from Arsenal fans again. Right, come out the train station. Tottenham fans come down. Say to Arsenal fans, we're back. We're back.
Yeah, but you can't judge all. But you can't judge all Tottenham fans just based on the few that you see. That's like me saying I saw a Man United fan the other day who said he wants to get us relegated. That means that all Man United fans want us relegated.
Mia, we've done this so long, right?
But you're saying we.
This is the same conversations now.
But you're saying we, like everybody's the same, but it's not. You can't judge the fan base based on a few people that you saw.
Because you're seeing it right now. We had a bloody parade before the bloody game. But so what does that tell you? I'm not even Mia, I'm not having a go at you, yeah? Because you
I know you're not. You better not be having a go at me, right? Don't start.
You know I'm not having a go at you. You know I'm not having a go at you, yeah? Right? Because I don't want it to come at you because it's not. I hear you, yeah? Right? But I'm just saying, yeah? Right? I'm just seeing the same things, right? I'm seeing the same things that we do not learn. We do not learn, and I've got to the point now where. Yesterday, you know what? I was out, I only watched the first half and I just went out. And I said, you know what? I can't do a video because I'm in a good mood right now. Right? I'm in a good space. I just can't put my heart into saying the same thing. I just can't do it. Right? One positive, and don't get used to it. Yes, I saw a change yesterday. We're playing good football. And that's because of De Zerbi, because I've actually seen some patterns of play. Right? You can see it. Right? I will give him that, right? But clearly, this squad needs a bloody shake-up. And it's not just the players right now. It's behind the scenes. And I'm not just talking about just Lorahan Lang and Vinay. Because if we're going to get somebody, we'll get somebody worse. We'll get somebody worse. I'll bet you that right now. Hence the reason why we haven't got even some of the replacement of bloody Højbjerg yet. And that's embarrassing for Mr. Box Office to say that. You know what I mean? bless Ellie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry. Sorry to ruin your show, Bob, but back to you, Mark. I'm done. Again, Mia, I'm not having a go at you. I'm not having a go at you. Please subscribe to her channel, by the way, because she's a badass. Big back up to back to you, Mark.
Morning, everyone. All right.
Morning, Trev.
All right, Trev.
Morning.
How are we this morning, Trev?
Oh, mate, I had a few JDs last night. But
Oh, dear.
like I said, I weren't celebrating. I was relieved.
Yeah.
Relieved.
Yeah.
So there's a difference. But I was happy, obviously. But
I'm sure.
like Alex has just said, I've already seen it. That's the same. You've been in chat this morning. You read out a message there. Can't wait for next season. I think this is going to happen. That's going to happen. We've only just stayed up. Ridiculous. This fan base really makes me scratch my head sometimes. So it is just unbelievable. We are an average team. We was last year. We was the year before that. With players fit, without players fit. Average. Because without them goal scorers in the team giving you 30, 40 goals a year, Johnny and Kane, and they weren't replaced, we were average. So let's look at it like that. And we've not moved on from that yet. So we've got a long way to go. So when people start saying, oh, De Zerbi, putting him under pressure, saying, oh, we should finish here, finish there, next season, I'll be happy if we finish 12th, 13th, 14th. I'll be happy with that. But knowing that we're not going to be involved in all this again, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Have a steady results, because it's a long way back for this club, and the Tottenham fans that are going, oh, you know, it's all forgotten about. We move on. We're going to fly up the league next year. Forget about it. You've got Bournemouth, Brentford, Fulham, all these other teams. No disrespect to them, that were really average teams, and now passed us by. So we need to get the scouting right. And we spoke about this yesterday all day long, didn't we? And fans need to calm down and think we've survived. Now we need to look at it from a point of view that we need to rebuild. We're not going to be challenging for top 5. If we can do that, that will probably mean that we've ripped out the guts of this squad and reinvested really heavily in the team, right? And got the right quality players in. But at the moment, when people say that we're going to do well next season, you can't say that. You can't at the moment. So just enjoy the moment. But we've stayed up. That's all that matters at the moment.
I need to say this. This is my opinion right now. Yeah, Mia's absolutely correct. Right, don't get used to it, Mia. But like, you know, Mia's absolutely correct. Everyone, you know, it's just me being me, because I've seen this, because I've been on YouTube so long now, and I've seen it how many times, and I've just had enough. I've had enough, and I don't even care if I get the flack anymore. To be honest with you, because to be honest with you, I could switch this off and go back to my old life, Alex's life. You know what I mean? Mr. Box Office is just a fantasy as far as I'm concerned on YouTube. So that means a little difference as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? You know, because I can do more creative stuff anyway, and I'm doing other clubs anyway, because I can't see the same tune every single time at Tottenham. But and they can run home with this, saying that we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this. But I have to ask the question, right? Where is the logic for ENIC to do what they need to do, right? They can go and get Europe next season. Great. But what are they going to do next? Because that's always the question that happens. Yeah, we get Europe next, whether it's Champions League or Europa League or Conference League. But what is the motivation to go and get the Championship? Right? I'm not saying we're going to get the Premier League. No, we're not. Right? But what is the motivation to have that ambition to do that? Right? See something different. You get what I'm saying? Because that's the question I ask. Right? With not that many football people in the club, you're just relying on De Zerbi. You can't do it on just a manager. Right? The big managers like Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, Pep Guardiola, Klopp have big people behind them that steered the ship, and owners that have experience of winning. That's the point. right? It's the same conversation every single time, right? All I'm going to hear is, oh, we can't get this player because we can't get this player. We can't get this player because we can't get this player, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, you can rely on someone to coach the players, but it's only can go so far. Look at Eddie Howe. Look at Eddie Howe. You know what I mean? You know, there's only so much that they can find it. Ariola has left Bournemouth because he knew after getting Bournemouth into Europe, no, I can't do any more of this because I'm going to let go of more of my players, right? So I'm going to have to cope with Europe, right, and the Premier League and domestic cups. Same with Crystal Palace; they struggled this season. So it's the blueprint is quite simple. It's quite simple. You know what I mean? But we just don't want to hear it, and that's it. And again, I'm not having a go at Mia. I need to emphasize that right now. I am not having a go at Mia.
Alex, everyone's entitled to their opinion in the chat and everything. But do you know what? When I see someone in chat today, it just makes me annoyed, and I shouldn't be so triggered, but I can't help it. They put things like, it's not a player problem. The managers should be coaching these players how to score goals. You can't coach that. You can't coach a player how to score a goal. It should be that's their natural talent. You can help them along, but
you can guide them to a certain extent.
Yeah. You know, I said we've had 3 managers. Are you trying to tell me this is a manager problem? Someone said to me, well, you know, the coach's job is to make sure they can get the ball in and score goals. Yeah, okay, in patterns of play, but not as a skill. That is on the player. And I just can't believe what I'm reading sometimes. And our fan base go crazy. We've just about stayed up. Now is the time for us to calm down a little bit, give this manager the time he needs. And obviously, we hope that he gets backed properly and sensibly. Not about going out and buying a player for 70, 80 million pound. It's about getting the right players now.
Correct.
Yeah, the thing
I've got to jump off,
It'd be
guys.
nice for a £100 million player.
Right,
Hold on, Trev. Hold on a minute, Trev. Trev, hold on.
Yeah, I've got to jump off, guys. But big up, everybody.
Big up, Steve.
Big up, Steve.
And,
Cheers, Steve.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Cheers,
jumping on, Steve. See you soon, mate. Take
Yeah,
care. Thanks,
bye.
mate.
The thing
Go on,
is,
Trev.
there's 2 separate things, Trev, because the thing is that what you're saying is correct. You can't, obviously, you have to have good enough quality players to play, obviously, to be able to score goals and to be able to play the system that you want them to play. But we did have managers like Frank who went out not to win games, and he didn't really show any sort of coaching or any sort of way that he told them and said to them, this is how I want you to play. So it's definitely a problem when that happens, but we do need better quality as well. But we're not going to get top quality. We have to be reasonable and understand it's going to be a process, because when you look at other teams that are built up to where they are now, it's been a process. It's not been a straight away thing. They've actually built up and got better and better, because you can't attract the better quality at the moment until you do better, and then you attract better quality. So that's where people got to understand. And I think that most fans are reasonable. I think that there are a few people who are over the top, but I think you get that in every fan base. Like, I don't think it's just our fan base, because I listen to a lot of other teams. Like, I listen to a lot of their fans, and it's probably much of the muchness when it comes to certain fans. I don't think it is just a unique Tottenham thing, if I'm honest.
No, that's right. That's right.
There we go.
Yeah, just
Go on, Trev.
I think people just got so carried away. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's just they expect so much of this team that's been underperforming all the last 2 years in the league, and yet they think, you know, it's all going to be solved. The whole fireplace needs ripping out. You know, the whole engine needs ripping out and starting again. And here we go again. So a manager's now got to start again with the players that he wants, that he's got in his mind, which Zebri said. He said, what I've got in my mind, the players I want. So I just hope that the club are sensible who they bring in And it's not going to be club signings. It's going to be manager signings. It's the only way forward.
Yeah, put it this way. If De Zerbi don't get what he wants, right, we all know what he's like. He'll have another Conte moment, Disa club and all that, throw his toys at the pram and he'll be gone.
Yeah.
Right now, if he doesn't, I mean, surely, right, I said right at the beginning of the show, 17th, 2 years running now, if this doesn't wake the board up and the fans, then I don't know what will. Honestly. If the board don't learn from this, that, oh shit, we nearly got relegated this year, we better do something. You know, we better improve the club and put the football first for a change. Then I don't know what will. Honestly, I do not know what will.
No, I think Mia's right though. Mia's right though. Sorry, I know somebody needs to speak because I'm speaking too much, but I think Mia's right.
Alex.
Are you all right? I do think Mia's right. We need to be realistic for our signings, yes, but we need footballers. That's where we're going missing right now. There's too many athletes in our football club right now, and we need footballers that can actually pass the ball in two touches. You know what I mean? And actually find a pass. And you can if you're creative, you can find these players that are not that don't need to be held their hand. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Because I'm just got that point.
Players need vision. That's what they need. They need to see things. You know what I mean? They've got to have vision.
Exactly. But I think Mia's absolutely spot on. I think Mia's absolutely spot on in what she says. But we have to be realistic and not go over the top of the side and think that we're going to get the top. We're not going to get the top. We're not. You know, I know we've got Senesi. Apparently, we've got Senesi and we've got Robinson. But at the same time, you know, we need to really be realistic for our signings. But we do need to change it up big time. Solid signings, stalwart signings that are actually going to, you know, not are going to actually improve the team rather than, you know, having to help them along. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah. Morning, Dan. How are you, mate? This morning.
Yeah. How's your head this morning, Dan?
Still hanging out my arse.
Still hanging out of his arse.
I was earlier, but I've come round a bit now.
What alcoholic beverage was being consumed for you yesterday, Dan? Was it Southern Comfort?
I think it's easier to say what wasn't consumed more than what was, to be fair.
Fair play, Mia. Fair play.
I got a half-time call from Dan, so, you know.
Yeah, he's like he says, he's hanging out of his arse. He's hanging out of his arse. We got the win, though, Dan. We got the win.
And that's what matters. I mean, when we scored that goal, I think the old fucking street heard it.
Yeah.
It's done. It's done.
Yeah.
It's over. It's finished. I know we've got to start all this crap again, and next season ain't going to be any easier than this season. But you know what? This season's out of the way. We're done. I can chill out for a bit. I can let it go for a while now. And well, now it all goes to the point of this is about as close as a warning could actually be. You could not warn these owners any closer if you tried. I mean, this is literally like you've basically had that knife put at your throat, had a line cut put along there, and told, right, one more groove, and I'm going to take your bloody head off.
Yeah.
Will they listen to it? That's a different story. And we're not really going to be able to tell anything until the transfer window starts. Yeah. I mean, surely we've got to at least get rid of Ange and what's his name, Vinay. We got to get rid of them two, or at least one of them, haven't we?
Lang's got to go. I don't even know why he's still here.
I said yesterday, Dan, I think it'd be Lang that goes because Vinay would be the one chopping him, if you know what I mean.
Which 3 strikes and you're out. Three strikes and you're out.
Let's face it, Vinay is the mouthpiece for the Lewis kids. And so I can't see him. He's took Daniel Levy's role, hasn't he? He was the mouthpiece of ENIC. Anyway, let's deal with a super chat quickly. Big up, Kev.
Cheers, Kev. Big up.
Cheers, Kev. Cookie and Sheriff, great show as always. Great panel. I just want us to back the club together can ENIC learn and change? I hope so. Come on, you Spurs.
Cheers, Kev.
Well,
thanks for
they
that.
better
Mate.
do. They better learn and change, or else we'll be in this position next year and the year after and the year after. And it's like I said, I've repeated it many times so far this morning. You play with fire enough, you will get burned.
Yeah.
You will.
It's 3 strikes and you're out, as far as I'm concerned. Like you've had fellas say down here, Delhi, that was our second warning. People didn't take last season, where we finished 17th, seriously because they won that cup. I'll keep saying it and I will not take it back. Winning that cup was the worst thing that could have ever happened to us.
Yeah.
Covered over all the bullet holes on the wall, not just a crack. Fans went all demented and all deluded over it, and we haven't got a problem in the world. It was just a freak show, this and that.
Yeah, we never was going to go down and all that rubbish.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, here we are again, and it was looking even worse because there was better teams underneath us this time. And yeah, winning that cup was the worst thing that could have ever happened to us, ever.
Yeah. I mean, how bad was that? How hard was that watching that game yesterday in that heat? And not having any, you couldn't go out and cool off, could you? Because you were boiling up. You had I was watching the game on the TV. Won't mention the name of the channel because I can't stand them. Yeah. And you had your little corner up here. You had the West Ham and the Leeds game up here. And I was like that. I was looking, and I then look to see what the score was there.
Yeah.
Obviously, when we went a goal up, like Dan said, God, me and the missus went crazy, really went mad. And from then on, I was even more nervous because I was just looking at see whether they were going to score. When they scored, I thought, oh, shit, come on, we've got to hang on here. And I actually thought, just defend. Don't go forward. I actually thought that, just defend. And it's exactly what they done, really, didn't they? They stopped trying to be too expansive going out. I mean, calling Spurs expansive is a bit rich, isn't it? But they didn't try to play out at all, did they? They sat in there and made sure they didn't open up too much. Couple of little scares, but Kingsley was on call to save the day for us. But I'd never want to go through that again, and we don't deserve to. So they better buck their ideas up.
Yeah,
they better buck their ideas up.
Well, we've got to find a way. I don't know how it's going to be, but we've got to find a way to, like I said earlier on, nudge these people and see if they're prepared to change or not. I don't believe they are. I think it'll just be the same old shit again. De Zerbi will ask for something in the pre-season. They'll get him whatever, and it won't be good enough. And there'll be a few signings like that, and who knows, he might kick off. I don't know.
The club and all that. He'll have a Conti moment.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dan and Trev? What do you think about De Zerbi staying at Spurs, and will he stay if he necessarily doesn't get what he wants exactly, but it's like the second or third choice under that? You know how Spurs work.
I think De Zerbi's a good manager, and I have done for a while. Always thought he was better than Thomas Frank, but I would have picked Thomas Frank for Spurs over him because I thought Thomas Frank just the way Spurs work. He suited Levy better. He just suited Tottenham better. Yeah, there's your players, mate. Shut up, take them, and do what you got with them. I thought he was a manager that was more gifted to be able to work with cards he's got. And to an extent, he could work with the cards he's got, but it turned out he was a manager that just had no bollocks on him and folded to the fans, basically, because we weren't playing the non-existent thing that never exists, what people call the Spurs way of football, which we haven't played. We haven't played for 60 years. But it's the Spurs way of playing, it's got to be played like that. Yeah, when have we ever played like that for more than 5 years straight? And I think he's going to be one. I was quite surprised we got him because he's a bit of a poor man's Conte. Obviously, he ain't the same capability and everything and that, but the way he does things, his attitude, whatever else, like I say, he's a bit of a poor man's Conte. I think it's going to be very interesting with him. I think he's going to take a bit of crap that he's given. I think he's going to fight for a bit of stuff that he wants as well. Because the money he's on, he ain't getting a better deal nowhere. He's not getting a better deal nowhere than what he's got at Spurs at the moment on a 5-year contract like that. I mean, I think he's third highest in the Premier League.
Yeah.
It'd be a mug unless someone goes and offers him another spectacular job, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. He's got to basically rebuild it from the start. He's got to get so much crap. I mean, people talk about buying players, yeah. We got to get the shit out first.
Yeah, big problem for Tottenham. That Dan always has been.
Which is saying historically we don't do.
No, we got to get some of these pricks like Romero out of this club. And the joke of the Romero thing, I mean, it makes me laugh, really. I've been slating this fella hardcore for over 2 years now. And the only one who's backed me up on it the whole way through it is Salah. All of a sudden, a majority of people still saying he's one of the best in the world. He's won the World Cup. He's done this. He's done that. You ain't got a clue. Yeah, all of a sudden, he doesn't want to turn up to a game because he wants to go to Argentina. Then you literally saw the whole system turn over on how everyone hates him. Quite comical that you don't have to screw your game up and be shit and inconsistent at football. People still like you, but you decide not to turn up to a game that you should be, and then everyone will hate you. Okay,
he was there though, wasn't he?
Yeah, because he got told to be there. He didn't turn up because he'd done the right thing as. Yeah, he didn't turn up because he'd done the right thing as the captain. He turned up because they had to tell him get at that ground because fans went off their head. Fans went absolutely sick over it.
Yeah,
we need to get rid of players like him, players that don't play for a club, they just play for themselves. We need to get rid of that bog standard crap up front. We need to make it so that Tell is not. I mean, Mawane, if someone don't go and get rid of that, has got to be the worst loan we've ever made. We got to get rid of players. Archie Gray, he's got to go. If it ain't on loan, then he's got to be put at the very back of the number 24. He's not good enough. Left backs. We need a left back. We need a solid right back. Porro is not a right back. He is a wing back. We need another defender at least. We need a goalkeeper. But then the other thing is Kinksky goes and has a couple of good games for us as well. All of a sudden we owe him an apology card and he's going to be our number one keeper. If we do it like that, then nothing's changed.
Yeah, it's over the top. It's over the top, isn't it? A couple of good games don't mean to say you're what we need. We need a world-class goalie. We had one in Loris, didn't we? Who kept us. Yeah. Well, he was a lot better than what we had.
Better, but he was not a world-class player.
Well, he played for the French national team, is all I'm saying. And he was a lot better than what we've had.
Well, to be honest, Lloris, we kept him for 2 or 3 years too long.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's how people remember it as well. When you get held on for that bit too long, the mud sticks. Oh, he's a great player. And then the next thing here is, but he should have got rid of.
Yeah. At least 2 years before we did, he should have been gone. Because we could see he was slowing down and all that.
Yeah, but we said about the same about Son, didn't we?
Yep.
We all sat here and said he'd lost a yard and he's not the same player and da-da-da-da-da. And then he went and found his feet again in the MLS. So it's what it is.
He was still better than what we brought in, wasn't he, for him? Which we didn't really bring anyone in for him. Yeah. So, you know, in hindsight, maybe they should have thought we won't let him go until we replaced him. But this club, that is what they do, you know. But on the De Zerbi point that you asked Dan, I think because he's been here a short space of time and he's gone through all this emotion already with the club, that might galvanise him to the club a bit more if the club don't exactly give him what they want. So they better, because we really want it to, you know, you could see yesterday how passionate he was, and that's what we want, right? That's what we want. We want a manager that lives and breathes Tottenham while he's here.
I don't like a manager on the side that just sort of stands there plodding along, just thinking.
He kicks every ball. Yeah, he kicks every ball, doesn't he? And he's always thinking. You can see he's thinking about try and get the best. You can see it out of what he's got there. But I was going to say, hopefully that'll galvanise him to the club, because they've been through a hell of a lot in a short space of time. and the players will play for him because of what's gone on. So that's a good thing. The group of players that we want to keep. But this board and this club, they have got to get someone in, and they've got to change their stance on the football side of things on the pitch. They've got to, because this can't carry on like this. Like I said, we can't sit there and go through that. Blimey, that was just too much for me yesterday. I mean, I weren't even nervous when I woke up yesterday, but as the day went on, I was thinking, give me the Jack Daniels, let me have a little soother to get me through the day. Do you know what I mean? But that was a nightmare watching that. That was a nightmare.
Jack Daniels, man. I ain't Jack Daniels. I think that stuff is jank.
Okay.
I think
it's on the run.
Just a comment that came in from Dingo Yig. Now we've stayed up, does this happen?
If he's actually good enough, I wouldn't argue bringing him back as like a fourth choice. If people are going to start looking at players like that to come straight back and get into our team and get us places, then we obviously haven't learned lessons off Archie Gray yet. Now, I'm not saying he ain't gifted. I've seen what he's done in Germany. He's looked very good. But do we bring him in? So if Van der Ven stays, do we bring him in to be the first man next to Van der Ven? Not a chance in hell. We need to go get a solid centre-back to play alongside Van der Ven. And if he starts playing better in games, and if it starts showing on the workbench, basically on the training, that he's doing well and everything, then that's the manager's decision to make the choice. If you're doing that good in training, then you're going to get a game.
Yeah.
But if we go and just keep looking at bringing in kids all the time, this is part of the reason we are where we are. Oderberts, Tells,
and that was the next question, by the way. Yeah.
Bergvalls. And then what? Then we start bringing in more kids and everything. This is why we are in this position. One of the reasons, because we
100%
kids,
100%. And with the injuries, they've had to come in. They've had to play them.
Yeah,
they've had to play them,
and they've all been shit.
And you know, you can normally see within, like I said, a year. Let's say a year. We'll give it a year. Whether a player or not has got something. Yeah, he's got something a bit different. Archie Gray, I think, is too young to say that at the moment, but I don't see a lot there with him.
He's 21.
Yeah, is he? Yeah.
As far as I remember, he's 21 now, and this is an excuse. People, he's only well, then he shouldn't be getting paid 80 grand to be put in Spurs Spurs squad.
I was just about to say, Dan, but I still don't see anything them two bring or do that anyone else can't do, if you know what I mean. Average, like, you know, creativity or taking on players, stuff like that. I find them a little bit pedestrian, to be honest with you. I don't think they've really got it that it takes. And normally you can see
yesterday, as soon as we made that drop and Sarr came on, how much of a drop off of midfield did you see?
Yeah.
As soon as Gray came on, it literally went from there, push it off a cliff, and it came down.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we lost control of midfield, didn't we? Let's be honest.
Completely.
I'm just going to click on this one, Sheriff. Aaron's in. He said, Sheriff, Billy T just told me ENIC chants started 10 to 15 minutes after the game. What? I don't know.
Well, I was too pissed by then, so
I didn't hear anything, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
I was a bit
so
sore.
what? So what? Do you know what I mean? That should be they should be singing that 3 months ago.
It should have been 10 minutes into the game, let alone 10 minutes after it finishes.
It should have been at the start of the game. Yeah, these happy clappers go out and get their rainbow flags out, get their fucking unicorns out and everything else and that, and go making love down by the blue bus. Sorry, I can't dig that shit.
Yeah.
Just to reply to you, Hayden said, Dan, Luca is levels above Gray. He proved himself in the first division of Germany. Even if you look at him, he's already a man, unlike Gray.
I agree. But now let's see him in the Premier League. Total different standards. Simmons was absolutely quality in the German league. He came into the Premier League and got punched about like a punch bag.
Premier League's hard, isn't it, lads?
So I get where you're coming from, but it is a total different league. It is a total different technique. If he comes in here and he does something, then fair play, I'm happy. But I don't want us bringing him back to be the first choice defender next to Van der Ven if we keep Van der Ven. I want to bring him in as part of a back four, basically. And he can work his way in there. And if he's good enough, he will show and he will get his place.
There were reports that he wants to stay over there. He wants to stay in Germany. Is that correct?
Yeah, to play with his brother.
Yeah, for another year.
Yeah, but if we need players, then he has to come back.
Yeah, I understand it's not his decision. It's the club's. We own him, for God's sakes.
Yeah,
but if he was to have the idea, well, I'm not coming back, this and that, it can cause a massive argument, can't it?
Yeah.
And another one from Colin. Go on.
I get what you're saying, Dan. We can't have youngsters. We've seen how it's gone this season when we've chucked Bergvall and Graham with no experience around them. Get on with it. It's just nonsense.
There you go. Colin's come in. He said, Robertson, the same age as Ben Davis. Is that progress?
Well, do you think that have happened then? Now that we've stayed up, maybe that was only being planned because they actually thought we were going to drop. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. On both of them, on Robertson and Senesi, I read that they had both agreed to come if we stayed in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
Oh right, okay, yeah. Fair enough.
Is it an upgrade? Do you class Andy Robertson as an upgrade on a doggy? Let's say. Because Andy Robertson's a left back who gets up and down the line. That's what he does.
I'm not going to lie.
It depends if he can stay fitter than you, doggy. Because let's face it, we've only seen you, doggy, for a handful of games.
Well, Sheriff, that shouldn't be too hard, should it?
No.
I mean, the blokes. Listen, I'm going to say it. I don't rate him, doggy, guys. Don't rate him.
Yep,
he's never fit, is he?
Built like an athlete.
No. He's the shame was when you actually watched him played in Italy. I watched him play the whole season in Italy, literally every game, because I saw the Spurs had bought him. He was fucking quality. He was really, really good, and we were getting one of the most wanted wing backs in Europe. And then the problem was we didn't play him as a wing back. We played him as a left back the whole time. He's a wing back, but now he gets his injuries all the time. He can't seem to do this. He's one who I would not argue seeing the back of. I mean, getting Robertson in, is he an upgrade on Ben Davis? Yes. So there's a step up on now. Can he complete, depending how you want to play, if you want to play with more a flat back line and maybe have your fullbacks push forward a little bit, is he better than anything we've got as a left back? Yes.
Yes.
Has he got the mentality? Yes. Has he got leadership? Yes. Okay, he's 32, but he's going to give you, he's likely to give you a hell of a lot more on that pitch just with his mentality than someone like Archie Gray. Someone like Tell, someone like Odebert. We need some men in this team. We need some experience. And I think this is something that a few people are going to have to do. Wake up, people. We are only Tottenham Hotspur. Little, old, tiny Tottenham Hotspur that have finished 2 years on the trot and definitely nearly got relegated. We are not this massive club that people talk about. We are not a big club. The only thing we are big on is business, and we even fuck our business up. The only thing we are big on is size of the stadium and the amount of supporters we've got. Realistically, we are not a big club. Are people going to start talking about, right, we can go for 8th, 7th, 4th next season because we got one go? If we end up finishing 13th next season, clearly, be happy with what we've got. We've got to bring in players and slowly but surely build that team up. It don't happen in 5 minutes. Look how long it just took Gunners to do it.
Yeah,
they have to finish 9th twice back to back and then build it up slowly. That's what we're going to have to do.
Yeah.
But people will complain about it. People will say he's not good enough. I mean, some idiots even tried telling me last season that Jack Grealish wasn't good enough to come over to Spurs and whatever. You're going to have to accept some substandard players compared to maybe where you want to go to get where you want to go.
Yeah.
And Robertson, I think that's fine.
I said to the lads this morning when I come on, first thing I said, because it really got me, what people put in the chat and what I've already seen on stupid old Facebook this morning. Oh, we'll finish here next season. What are people on about? What are they going on about? 17th. You wonder what these people are taking or where their heads are at, because when you finish 17th twice and then you've not really improved the squad, how's it going to go from that to that overnight? Well, it ain't. And like we said before, unless they get historically, they don't do it. Get rid of some of these players. Stop being emotional about some of the players and just get them gone, because they're the reason why we're here, because they ain't good enough. I've already seen things saying, people saying, oh, Richie, he's come out and said, he wants to stay. I don't care. Get him gone. Get him out. He's not good enough. Fair enough. He scored a couple of goals that have probably helped us, but it ain't good enough. Not at our level. We need better. So people need to realise and wake up and smell the coffee.
We've got to start again, basically. We've got to look at next season and aim for, say, 10th place.
Yeah.
Right. Let's start building ourselves up in the levels. I mean, if they can actually go in there and spend 500 million and then get some solid players and get us up to 4th place, then go for gold. But it's not going to happen like that. There's a lot of players we've got to get rid of. There is a lot of players we're going to have to buy. There is going to be a hell of a lot of chopping and changing going about behind the scenes as well, hopefully. We're just going to have to sit back and watch the bumpy ride, basically. We are only Tottenham Hotspur. What pulling power does this club actually have? I mean, you say London. Who actually wants to come to London anymore? I mean, 9 times out of 10, you walk through central London, you've got to have a bulletproof vest on these days. Now, on the other side of it is, what have we got? Oh, we got a nice stadium for you to play in. Great. Yeah, you finished 17th back to back. You've nearly been relegated 2 seasons on the trot. Do I want to go there? The only option we've got, basically, if we want to get a good player, an established player, is if we go and offer him 4 or 5 times the wages that he get, and that's not going to happen either. We need to get a scouting system in there now that can actually scout players coming through.
I'd swap Brighton's with ours instantly.
Yeah, did you see what I mean? Like, you look at some of the players Bournemouth brought in, that little French winger.
It's not just kids, is it? It's not just kids that they bring in, is it? They go out and spot out 22, 23, 24, 25-year-olds.
Yeah.
Go and find them.
That's the whole point. Everyone just thinks go out and splash lots and lots of money. Listen, they need to have a network that brings in players like, I'm not going to mention too many other teams, but like Villa, there's a lot of players there that our fans would say, oh, I'm not sure about him. McGinn, he's slow and all this. Look at that. What a captain, lads. We need a captain.
Yeah, I've already said there's 3 teams, the 3 Bs: Bournemouth, Brighton, Brentford. Any of their scouts, recruitment team, I'd have any one of them teams over us, because they are a lot smaller clubs than us, but look how they survive in the Premier League. It's a miracle Bournemouth even stay up every year with what they got going on. Their whole ground fits into our South Stand.
Yeah.
The whole of it fits into our South Stand, and yet they're a solid Premier League club with the limited, no disrespect, because Bournemouth's only down the road. I don't want them knocking on my door.
I mean,
but look what they do with the resources they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
hey,
true.
You're right, Sheriff. I looked at Sunderland yesterday. They got Europe. They were absolutely ecstatic over it, and rightly so. Look what they've done. They come up into the Premiership, and they went, right, we're up. We ain't going down. We're up. We're not going back down. So they want to
save them.
And they spent a lot of money, and they bought a lot of players in, which gave them.
Xhaka was the difference for them.
Exactly. But if we would have gone for someone like it would have been, oh, he's an ex-goon. Oh, he ain't no good. He ain't good enough for us. Do you know what I mean? All this emotional rubbish all the time.
We're too sentimental.
Yeah.
In some ways, if you actually, I mean, when you start judging people's fan bases and that, and mud sticks and anything in life, I find anything, anyone, you do not get a stereotypical name for no reason. You earn a stereotypical name. You are not just labeled a certain type of person, breed, whatever, and that because someone decided to. You earn your stereotypical thing. And Spurs' stereotypical name, we have seemed to come across as the most stuck-up bunch of toffee-nose supporters ever, who have got absolutely no right to act like that. And that is the way we seem to do it. We got no fight in us, no passion in us, no nothing in us. And when it comes down to it, are we actually going to help this club be able to take this further, or are we literally going to be slamming on every buy that we make that isn't up there with the big boys? Basically, are people going to be expecting better and not realizing that we can't actually get better? We've just got to improve on what we've got to steadily take it up there. Or do you think we're just going to be expecting to be in 4th place next season?
Oh, Dan, you know how it is. We got this arrogance, haven't we, in the fan base, in my opinion, that just thinks that we're going to go from there to there overnight. The only way we're going to do this properly is by building. If Tottenham can go out and spend some serious money and bring in some attracting players, like you said, which is going to be double hard now, especially with no Europe. But I'm actually glad we ain't got Europe, because we now need to take a nice slow step forward rather than rush things. I just hope the fans give this, because if they lose a couple of games, they're going to be on his back straight away. And this is what worries me, you know what I mean, going forward. We just need to take a breath. We've stayed up. Don't expect too much next season. But let's not have another season like this. And let's buy some players that are going to improve on what we've already got, or back up what we've already got. So when someone gets hurt or injured, we've got exactly the same player coming on, not a complete downgrade. That's been the problem all season.
Yeah. Right, Mark. I know you'll probably be wrapping up in a minute anyway.
I am.
Yeah, all right, mate. I'll hang around then. I was going to say,
go on then.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to wrap up. Hang on a sec. Let me just bring these in. Super chat from Paigey this morning. Big up to you, Paige. Really appreciate that. And the same from Kevin as well, sent in a super chat. Big up to you, Kev. Appreciate it a lot, mate, from both of you. Yeah, look, we're going to continue tomorrow. Breakfast brunch will be back again tomorrow morning at 9:30 as usual. We'll carry on the conversation. We'll talk about where Spurs are going after managing to stay up yesterday with a 1-0 win to Everton. A big thank you to all the chat that's been in today, all the guests that have been on. You can get over to Dan at the Hotspur Hood. I know you was on late last night, Dan, weren't you? I caught a little bit of it.
I woke up at about 10 to 10. And I thought, shit, it's 10 to 10 in the morning. And then realised it was 10 to 10 at night, where I passed out after the game.
Oh, dear.
Fair play, mate. Fair play.
Yeah, get over to Dan. Mia earlier on, Tottenham's Lone Wolf. Get over there. Everyone that was in, get over and subscribe to their channels. All I can say
I will
is...
say one thing, mate. I will say one thing. You're all off now to Hotspur Flicks.
Oh, there you go.
I did it sneakily in the background, mate.
Well, I'm gonna shoot off now and get myself another cup of tea, lads, and chill out for the rest of the day. But thanks for having me on again. Up the Spurs.
Yeah,
more
than welcome, mate.
Nice one.
Subscribe to everyone, please. Go on, Dan.
Nothing, mate. Cheers for having me on. I'm going to go and have something.
Always welcome.
I am starving, Marvin, mate.
Dan. Cheers.
Big up to you.
Cheers,
everyone. Big up to everyone.
Big up.
And as always, come on, you Spurs.